Hey guys, it's Theo and welcome to this week's vlog. All those clips that you guys just saw were actually from yesterday. Yesterday was Friday and I had the day off, so I spent the day running some errands, getting some fall stuff, some decor for the apartment, and some groceries. And then we just rested for the rest of the day. I didn't really film anything else. So I did work and then I got back home and now we're gonna go to this local farm. But I thought this was hilarious. We're walking to the car and we're in the elevator and I look down. I literally brought the remote. For what? Like, for what? For some reason, skillet chicken, Caesar salad, and buttered pasta sounds like the best thing in the world right now. So how I like to do my chicken is I take a really big freezer bag and I'll just put the breasts in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna get all the air out and seal the bag. And then I'm going to beat the chicken so that it becomes really thin. Another use for your Stanley is to tenderize the chicken. A meat tenderizer would be so much easier. So first we obviously start with olive oil. Some salt. Now I'm gonna do some black pepper. Now I'm gonna do garlic powder. A bunch of garlic powder. Onion powder. Some paprika. Some oregano. And then finally, some parsley.
Yeah. I made you one. Yeah, come in.
No, you did.
Good morning, guys. It's Sunday morning. I'm having my breakfast right now. I just have a Dave's Killer protein bagel, some pumpkin cream cheese that I got at Trader Joe's, and an apple from the farm yesterday. It's like just becoming apple season right now. So there's not too many apples yet, but I'll show you guys. I got this yellow variety and then this little one. I don't remember what their names are, but the yellow one, we had it yesterday before the gym and it's so sweet. The red one's also delicious. It got me thinking, like, kids or people would probably eat more produce if they ate in season and fresh or like local, because the taste difference is just like no other. Like, people go to Europe or other countries and they're like, oh my gosh, the fruits and the vegetables are all so sweet and blah blah blah, and it's like you could get the same if you shop locally at a farm, you know what I mean? And it's, I don't even think it's like more expensive. So I made my espresso. I use these Blue Bottle beans. It's the Hayes Valley espresso. They said that this is what they use in house. And this was literally roasted on September 12th. And I got it on the 15th, which was like the day before yesterday. So I think that's pretty wild. But anyways, yeah, I have my espresso there. Now I'm just gonna froth up my milk. I'm using the Califia Farms pumpkin blend, and I just put a bunch of cinnamon on top of it. So I just got out of the shower and I thought that I would film a little get ready with me, guys, so that you guys can see pretty much what I do like every day. So I showed you guys earlier what I used in the shower, and I did wash my face in there. I used the La Roche-Posay foaming cleanser. I actually think I showed you guys a clip of that earlier on Friday too. I'm just gonna use my Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid. It's an exfoliant. You apply it like a toner. I don't even know what a toner is, so maybe this is a toner. But yeah, I just put it on cotton pads and wipe it all around my face. After I use my exfoliant, I go in with sunscreen. Right now I'm using the Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid. It's SPF 50 broad spectrum. After sunscreen, I go in with my face moisturizer. Right now I'm using the Summer Fridays Cloud Dew Gel Cream Moisturizer. I try to stick with water-based moisturizers because I have oily skin, and I learned that that helps maintain that while still keeping your skin hydrated. So I actually like to do my mascara right after I do my moisturizer because my skin is really like wet, and when I do my mascara I always get fallout on my eyelids, and because my skin is so wet I can just easily rub it off with some cotton swabs. Right now for mascara I'm using this CoverGirl waterproof something. The label is like all off, but I mean you can find it at like CVS. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. Right now I'm using this NARS one. I'm the color Light to Vanilla. I got color matched at Sephora, and I like it. This concealer is pretty tacky, so it's easy to apply. All right, that's where I applied it all, and I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers. I have a beauty blender, but I just prefer to use my fingers when I'm doing concealer. Okay, so I blended out all my concealer, and now I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of cream contour. I'm using the Makeup by Mario one, and I'm using the color Light Medium. Now that that's all blended out, I'm gonna go in with some liquid blush. I'm using just the Tint from Benefit in Rose. Okay, I just went ahead and finished up. So I used this Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil in the color 2 for my eyebrows. And then I just put on some translucent powder. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix. And I just put that on with a big fluffy brush. And now I'm just gonna wait till my hair air dries a little bit longer. I'm gonna finish it with the blow dryer and then style it. So I finished my hair. I didn't have a way to show you guys while I was doing it. I'll take my straightener, pick pieces of hair and curl like that way, like going outwards at the end of it, and it gives this like almost like a blowout look. So it's about 3 p.m. right now, and we're going to go for our first workout, which will be a walk, and we're gonna walk to Fenway. It's definitely gonna be longer than 45 minutes, probably like 2 hours while we're out. But I wanna go to Fenway so that we can go to some stores and just see around the city a little bit. So I did quickly want to talk about how I'm doing the 75 hard because I haven't actually discussed that in a video yet. So for anyone not familiar, the 75 hard, like the full legit rules are 2 45-minute workouts. One of them has to be outside. Follow a diet, and I'm pretty sure that they don't specify on what the diet is, but they just say follow it and like no breaks. Drink a gallon of water every day, take a progress picture every day, and read 10 pages of a nonfiction book every day. I actually did the challenge already and I completed it with my own rules. My first YouTube video is actually my last few days doing that challenge. But for the first round, I did 2 30-minute workouts every single day. I wasn't specific on them being outside, but they tended to at least have one of them outside because I usually did a walk or a run. I didn't follow a diet per se because I have a history with disordered eating habits. Anyway, so my rule with food was that I wanted to have 3 good meals every day. I didn't want to skip because I tended to skip and then binge out late at night. And I'm just gonna vow to myself to choose the healthier option, whatever that means. I knew that if I followed a super strict diet, it was just going to lead to something bad, like whether that's one day of binging or whether that's like me being perfect for 75 days and then right after the challenge just going back to my old ways. And I was right and it worked. And basically by the end of it, I felt so good, and I felt like if I just did it one more time, it would really ingrain everything in my head. Also, I did the first challenge through summertime, and over summer I was going back and forth from Boston to the Hamptons, so it was a really different experience, and I wanted to do it while in Boston full time so that I could kind of figure out what my healthy habits are here. I took a week off and then I started it again with adjusted rules. I switched from 30-minute workouts to 2 45-minute workouts. And I wanted to stay strict to my reading goal because I ended up actually not staying strict to it last time. But that was like the only thing of my rules that I didn't stay strict to. Someone could say like, oh, well, that's not the 75 hard then. But for me, that's what I'm gonna call it. Also, I didn't take a progress picture every single day because I was like, nothing's gonna change within one day, and it's just gonna have me obsessing over like the minute little things in my body, and that's not what I'm here to do. I have seen my body change in some ways, and I do think that it's really cool because I'm seeing where I'm becoming stronger, and I think it's cool to like see that I can do these workouts and I can maintain a really balanced diet and still have those results. If anyone ever is looking at like what I'm eating and they're like, that cheeseburger from whatever Shake Shack is probably not 75 hard approved, it's my 75 hard approved, and that's what's working for me. And honestly, that's like what I would suggest to anyone that wants to do this, especially people that have struggled with disordered eating habits in the past.